Hey Golf Gang, and welcome to Sanctum League update on the build I've been playing, which is Velyna's Stormbrand Inquisitor. Oh, this build is so amazing. But before we get into the build, let's just see how we did coming through the campaign. There we go. I died 4 times. Two of them was I played the game too long and I fell asleep at my desk, woke up and I'm dead. Another one was I was watching a new TV series on Netflix and got carried away with the TV series, flicked up and got swiped by a rare. So again, that's 3 user errors. And then Act 10 Katava, he did his flame burst and I thought I could get him down. He breathed in, I thought I could, but yeah, I died on that one as well. So it wasn't a build problem, all my fault, all player errors, nothing to do with the build. How long did I take? Just over 23 hours, but that does include the original first map you have to do with Kirak to what I consider complete the campaign, and a map I've just done. So I did do it just after I killed Katava, and I think it was about 21 hours. Please bear in mind also I am a carer for disabled family members, so sometimes I have to go for AFK for extended periods of time to look after family members, which is why one of the many reasons why I don't do League Start on League Start. Also, I didn't care how slow I went, I was just having a ton of fun. I did Sanctum all the way through in pretty much every zone. Through Act 1 and 2 I was running them, and then as everyone come up, and then after that I was banking up the saved the 8, went into the 9th, and then run it and did a whole floor. I don't rinse and repeat until I died and had to redo it, and then again 9, 9, 9, and that's how I did it all the way through. And then I did it just before I fought Act 10 Katava, and then in the first map I reset it. So in the map I've just done, I've just saved another room. So that's where we are. Sanctum. A note on Sanctum: I love the mechanic to a certain degree. I can get more currency out of heist, but the Sanctum is actually more. What's the word I'm trying to find? I can't remember now. It's just flown out. It's more interactive. You get more choices. You're not constantly just effectively spamming white heist. Don't get me wrong, I still love heist. It is my favourite league mechanic, but Sanctum is close second. The reason it is second place mostly is because that once again GGG have failed to take into consideration some of us that have medical conditions. That means we cannot easily tell the difference between colours. I have a medical condition called Erlen syndrome. That's IRLEN syndrome. And it means that colours change. So if I'm looking at, for example, a red colour, that could be a purple or pink to my eyes, even though other people are calling it red, as an example. The main one being is I can't see the same colour on top of the same colour. So for example, most of the monsters in Sanctum are grey on a grey floor. So in one of the tile sets we just have to find the exit, and I hit my Quicksilver Flask, I run through, I avoid all the traps, I don't get hit by any traps, and yet somehow I lose 50 resolve. I'm assuming a monster hit me at some point, but I couldn't see it to dodge it because it's grey on a grey tile set, and because I can't permanently have the life bars above the creatures, I never know they're there until it's too late, or I just never know they're there. The other problem I have is with the guards and their ranged abilities and off screening. In one tile set I lost over 150 resolve because I was stuck trying to not lose resolve to a trap, and yet I couldn't get to the guard because my movement skills on cooldown, and it was shooting at me from a room that I couldn't target it with my Stormbrand. I couldn't get to it because my movement speed was on cooldown, and I just lost 150 resolve in pretty much a couple of blinks of the eye. Terrible, absolutely terrible design. Off-screening is an absolutely horrible thing, both for us and for monsters. It shouldn't just be a thing. It's a do two-way thing. Anyway, that's the only gripe I have. I think it's brilliant. Other than that, I love the way that you can choose the fountains and the boons and the relics and all that lot. It's brilliant. So that's my overview of the actual League mechanic. As for this build, coming up through the campaign, I managed to do well. I had a couple of deliriums and I dropped an increased chaos damage 8 passive large cluster jewel. I hit it with a chaos orb and it landed on Wicked Pal, chaos resist, strength and all resist. Not great, but it is one of the 3 that you want on an increased chaos damage cluster. I know this because I have 2 of them on my Death's Oath character in standard. It was also at the right eye level where you could still get all 3, but some of the higher level ones wouldn't roll because the eye level is too low. So I put it up for a divine, and lo and behold, it sold earlier today. So I sold that divine for 240C, which seemed to be about the average. If I've been conned, meh, I don't mind. Of that 240C, as you can see, I've got 33, well, about 30 chaos left. I used some of that chaos to buy some more chromes, because I was running out of chromes trying to chrome my gear. I've brought all the gear, or most of the gear, for the endgame setup, but I didn't have enough for an enlightened gem because they're 2 divines at level 1, uncorrupted. So that's way beyond my budget at the moment. So with that in mind, I couldn't activate my petrified blood because I do need an enlightened to do that. So without that, I've changed the setup. I haven't gone dual wield wands. I've got a shield, as you can see. So let's go over the gear and the gems. So I can't remember how much each individual item cost. All of the flasks were picked up during the campaign. The 3 utility flasks were picked up in Act 5, 7 and 10. The Quicksilver flask was picked up in Act 2, and then the Life flask was picked up in Act 9/10. I can't remember which one, but anyway, one of those. So let's get on with it. Wand. This is the wand I picked up from trade. We've got our cast when damage taken set up in here. The reason it's cast when damage taken is because I hate triggers. Hate trigger wands. You kind of need a life tap on them for mana, otherwise the mana cost is ridiculous. I can't use left click either because of my medical conditions. My movement is actually on D, as you can see. This is irrelevant. I wish I could not have that on left click so I could have another keyboard skill, but you can't change it. It's annoying. So here we've got our just simple cast when damage taken, molten shell, life tap. I need to level up that cast when damage taken now, but that's another thing. I'm not sure that's going to work once I've got petrified blood, but it's irrelevant because I'm not on petrified blood at the moment, so it'll do. In our crown warded inward eye, I picked this up with the zealotry enchant on there. So we've got zealotry, determination, petrified blood is just leveling. I picked up a Zaffles mainly for the defense and the all max res. And the spell damage. I don't care about blocking attacks. Onslaught, Culling Strike, and Orb of Storms. We've got the Citron Amulet with the level of skill gems plus Dex. Cold Resistance was irrelevant. It's Dex and the skill gems plus life. Got a Call of the Brotherhood, which I've been wearing since level 20. I picked it up. I picked up some chaos from the early League mechanic and dropped a couple whilst leveling, and that was enough to buy Call of the Brother. I think this was about 3C back in Act 2. I picked up the Amethyst for the Chaos Resist. Once I get some more Blessed Orbs, I'll try and get that up to max implicit. Picked up my Doriani's Belt. Picked up my Impulsor. I didn't have enough for a 5 link, so I was just looking for 4 links. And saw this one as a 6 socket 4 link, so I brought it in the hopes that I can get enough fusings to 5 link it myself, or enough currency to buy 5/6 link. When I was spamming to get the red gem on this base, I didn't get the blue. I didn't want to risk it anymore because, like I said, I ran out of chromes and had to use some chaos to buy some chromes anyway. So I left it with there, so I've got my increased crit strike support leveling up there. This should be an increased crit damage gem support in this one, but it's ended up being the precision for the extra crit chance, because I don't want to put it on my arrogance setup, which is down here, because I'm not running petrified blood, so it's pointless. So that's just sitting in there at the moment. We've got these boots with our frost blink, life tap, conductivity and hex touch. Whoops, that way around, thank you. So that's the curse setup I've got. And then these gloves, I was looking for chaos resist, lightning resist and max life, and this one was the cheapest one. I don't care about the implicit. As soon as I get some exotic currency, that'll be going anyway. These are the flasks that I rolled. I need to re-roll this flask. The prefix is absolutely atrocious. I don't need it, but yeah, it's got the corrupted blood on there, so you know. That's the Quicksilver I rolled in Act 2. I rolled this after getting into maps. Same with that one. That's the Ignite, but again the prefix is a bit crap. And this one will do for the Diamond Flask. I don't need Shock because we've got the Impulse on there, which is unaffected by Shock. So we've just got the usual Freeze, Chill, Burning, Ignite, and I chose Poison. It should be Cursed, but Poison came up first on that prefix, so I kept it. That kind of simplifies that. That's all the gear and the gem links. Passive tree here. Again, because I'm not running Petrified Blood, and for ease of gearing on limited currency, I've taken this node over here for the LE resists. I've taken this here for the stats. And I never take corrupted blood on this one. I always take that for the chaos resist until I can get better gear. So once I get some better gear, we'll drop these 3 passive points here. We'll drop these 2 passive points here. I probably won't drop that one, but that'll give me 5 passives to put into more crit. I should be on Petrified Pain Attunement here for the Petrified Blood, but again, like I said, and I've said multiple times now, can't activate Petrified Blood because I don't have the Enlighten. We've got 3 of the 4 labs done, so we've got Righteous Providence through Sanctuary into Pious Path, so we just need a Goddess gift thing to get into Uber Lab, and then we can get Inevitable Judgment. So that's how the passive. This passive tree is pretty much the same as Velyna's in her guide, and I'll link that in the description below. So how does it play, Garth? It plays amazing. Let's do a tier 1. Like I said, I've only just into maps, as you can see. Oi, excuse me. Oh, I can't change it because I haven't got map. This is the 3rd map I've done. You can tell, not that one, not that one. Where is it? Oh, yeah, there it is. Right, so I've only done 2. I'm aiming to go for Shaping the Skies and Shaping the Mountains to get maps. I probably might come in up here for some, is it Kirak maybe? I don't know, but definitely Shaping the Skies and Mountains first, and then I'm not sure. I honestly do not know what I'm doing with the passive tree. I've got no real long-term plans. I'm just having fun in Sanctum until either the build stops performing and I have no currency to continue, or I get annoyed with the Atlas. So I don't want to do any of these. I used the Nico one last time. Oh well, let's do one with a random then. Strand. Let's go. I'm still on my league start. Not that button. Where's the... I'll just do it this way. There we go. I'm still on my league start item filter. I am subbed to Baylor's, the best softcore trade filters out there, and the best league start for any league that isn't Ruthless. So I just need to get hold of his mapping filter and apply my colour scheme to it, and I'm away. I'll probably do that tomorrow. This is the 26th of December at 2100 hours UK. So let's go and do the strand and see how we do. as you can see, the Stormbrand, especially when I get the curse on, is performing so well. For the fact that I've only spent about 200 chaos on this build in entirety, I think it's doing pretty well. I'll pick those up. But again, please note the gear is irrelevant, or the drops are kind of irrelevant because I'm still on my league starter, so please ignore stuff. I am picking up certain things because I just like having a ton of scrolls around, so I don't have to buy some from trade or sell stones because I just can't be bothered. There we go, just pick up some wisdom scrolls. Once I get on a decent filter, most of those will disappear anyway. Need to spend time doing some filter, and I'll do that. Ooh, another map. Tier 2 map, nice. As I said, so we just nip into the Sanctum. I've done my things, we just go here and we store 3 of 8. I prefer doing 8 at one go, because it's basically a floor. Get a floor done, and that way I'm not really disturbing my map flow, and you know, you can just get a floor done. I can get used to being in Sanctum, so I've got to slow it down a little bit. Be wary of not getting hit too much. Don't lose that resolve. Another strand. That makes 2, I think. I'll do that. I need 1 more, and I can do the 3 to 1. Get all that done. Level up a gem. Come on. Wait. What? Oh, it's over there. I hate it when it does that. So annoying. Oh! I had one of these in the last map. Oh, hello. Rampage. Don't want to be falling victim to that. I've had Cassia twice as well. 2 for 2. 2 maps done. 2 Cassias. Didn't get anything interesting. 2 level 1 blight maps between those 2, so they'll go up for trade soon. A random essence mob. Let's go and kill that. Curse it with the frost blink set up. Drop the orb of storms. Wait for the Stormbrands to kill it. Whee! There we go. Oof. Oh, astral plate might be worth. Itchy leg. There we go. Right. Let's do this abyss. 3 for 3. And this is the 3rd abyss I've done the league. This is the 2nd one in maps. Oh, I've got my mana flask. Alright, I hate this mob. You either completely ignore it because you have no mana to start with, or it just annoys you because you've got limited mana, just enough to cast your spells, and you have no mana. Stupid modifier. Come on, you. There we go. What are we getting? Anything? Nothing? Oh, Chaos Orb. Nice. 2 jewels. Cool. Oh, they can stay there. Most of the gear on the floor is just going to be really bad gear. Which boss is this? Oh, it's the double boss. Fair enough. That's a crane recipe. We'll just pick that up anyway. Where's the bosses? There we go. Oh, curse. There we go. That quick. It is that easy. Cull strike from the Orb of Storms and just mass amounts of damage from the Stormbrand. Just go straight up. Bing. I have got no plans for my Atlas passive. I've known there's only 28 monsters. Map's done. Nice. Didn't get much out of that this time, but never mind. There we go. Dump those in there. I've got everything up for sale, by the way. Everything's up for sale. I don't want to be hanging around on anything at all. It's just everything's up for sale. Right, let's see if we've got anything good. Probably not. Bomb. That's a crone. We don't want to look at that. Oh, those 2 are not ID'd. I'll throw that in my 1C tab. Just cause. And that, just cause it'll probably sit there and rot, or I'll vendor it at some point. What are these? Evasion, light damage attacks, bow attacks. Oh, that's blind. That might be worth someone. Damage, attacks. Oh, try damage. 535 T1 intelligence. Put in 3C tab, and that's just. I'm not even going to bother with that. There we go. Cell. I should just put it in my dump tab. I'm not used to using dump tabs. Anyway, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, this build is amazing. Probably better once I get it fully geared up. About another few divines, 3 divines maybe. After that I'll probably stop, depending on whether if I can get an enlighten or not. If I can't get an enlighten, it may be a case of dropping the low life petrified blood version and doing something else. Not sure what. We'll see how it goes. I will keep you updated, most likely in the weekly updates that I do on Friday morning / Saturday, depending on IRL, UK time of course. Other than that, hope you enjoy Sanctum. Stay safe in Rogue Harbour.